Hi folks, I got something a little different for you today. I came across this book, courtesy one of my students, by Nathan Ost. He's written what's called the Complete Ost Etudes for Trumpet. It's actually 4 books in one, and I can highly recommend it. And this little etude, a little indeed, it's called a miniature etude, is from that book. So I want to play this and just make a couple of suggestions to you. But first I'd like to thank Mr. Ost for adding this to the literature. I greatly appreciate it. I've had a tremendous amount of fun looking at the book and playing through it. And I hope that you have fun with it too. A lot can be learned from these. Now what I found right away is that when you play through these etudes, you run into certain difficulties, and those difficulties can be an indicator of where you need to work on specific things in your practice. So I think I'm going to find them to be really, really helpful for me to keep my playing sharp in terms of a lot of skills that as an orchestral trumpet player, or who knows, if you're a professional player, you might be a salsa player, or you might do big band playing, brass quintet playing, whatever. But the kind of agility and quickness and responsiveness that is in these etudes may not be a part of your everyday fare, and that's all the more reason for trying to add something like this to your practice. And I think they're great, and I'm going to go ahead and play this one and see if I can make it work for you. Here we go. Number 6 from Miniature Etudes. Okay, you've probably noticed when you play through something, let's say you've learned it, and I haven't totally learned this yet because it feels a little awkward in some spots. But when you've really learned something, then it's just a matter of concentration and using your ear. And your ear is one of the most important aspects of playing. As a matter of fact, trumpet playing is a lot like singing in the sense that you really need to hear where the pitch goes in your mind's ear in order to put it in the right place. Now, of course, you can get away with it on the trumpet. You put the right button down, and you're playing in generally the right pitch range, and probably the right note will come out. Horn is a little slipperier in that respect, but trumpet is a little bit more forgiving because the slots are pretty strong on the instrument. So if you're in the vicinity, you're going to play the note. But when you're trying to play notes that jump quickly, notes that require a very kind of snappy articulation like this piece, then you really have to hear it. So the first thing I do, and this is what I'm going to recommend to you, is before I even play it on the trumpet, if I need to, I'm going to pick up the horn and find my starting pitch. I'm going to try and get an idea what key it's in, generally A minor on the B-flat trumpet. Okay. So that gives me a starting place. Then I'm going to go through pitch by pitch and see if I can hear it. If I can't hear it, I'll go back to the trumpet. And da 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 da. Now I'm doing that with fingers. I do that a lot. The best way to make sure that you're actually hearing it is relax your body, find excellent posture, let go of any tension, and think it as loudly as you can without accompanying that thought with trumpet stuff. And most people will find that extremely difficult to do. But that's because we have physical things that are directly connected to the sound, and that's a good thing. That's the way you want to be playing the trumpet. But if you can do a simple thing, maybe just the fingers, work on your timing, see if you can get everything Da 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 da. You might have trouble hearing some of the intervals, and that's one thing I like about these etudes. Now they're short, so you can go through and in just a minute you can see if you can learn the, how shall I put this, the path between the pitches. It's a lot like a road. If you're driving your car, riding a bicycle, walking a path in the woods, the path has a shape, and that shape doesn't change. It goes up and down, it turns right and left, but it's exactly the same with music. So if you can hear the path of the pitch and how one pitch leads to the next, how one note takes a step, an interval step, to lead to the next note. Sorry, I'm reaching forward because I have this on an iPad, so, so I have to renew it or wake it up every now and then. Sorry for the distraction. Then you're starting to learn the whole path, and now you're conceiving the music not as separate notes, but as like a curvy mountain road, depending on the music, of course. So I hope you will work on that, and it is work. Once you can hear it, put the hearing the notes in your mind with the fingerings, and then practice with the air. Add the articulation in, and now you're starting to build something. But if at any point you're not sure about where the pitch goes, you really don't know it yet. So I'm kind of reading these. I'm a little bit unsure about the precise pathway, and I would go back and immediately work that out. Now, where did I have trouble? Another point, and then I'll let you guys go. When I get to the end, you've been playing in the middle register and up to the top of the staff. Okay, it's pretty manageable. You get to the end, and then without warning, you say I don't know it very well yet. See how I'm trying to memorize it? This is another great thing about these short etudes. You can memorize them, and you want to kind of exercise your brain, exercise your mental muscles to memorize this, and that helps you to develop as a player. Then what you're hearing in your mind is connected with your physical skills on the trumpet. Now, there are plenty of physical skills that you need to play this, but you'll figure out what you need to work on just by wending your own way through and experiencing it for yourself. So I highly recommend Mr. Ost's book, and hope that you will enjoy them as much as I have. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.